See, we know the linear regression. There is a regression line of y on x, which is like this: y equal to a plus bx. So y equal to a plus bx, that is the regression line of y on x. What is the use of this regression line? This is regression line of y on x. Do you know what is the use of this regression line? Any of you know? What is the use of this regression line? What is the use of regression line? Here a and b are constant and x and y are variable. X is known as independent variable and y is dependent variable. A and b are constant. Do you know use of regression line? Use of regression line. See, for the given value of x, to estimate the value of y for the given value of x, we have to use the regression line. So if value of x is known and if you want to estimate the value of y, this is one of the technique. Regression line is one of the technique. Now, what is x and what is y? So let us assume x is the profit. Sorry, x is the income and y is the profit. So on the basis of income, you can estimate the profit. So if you have a data, or you can say that x is a time and y is the price of the stock. So if we know the different time and corresponding price, on the basis of that you can forecast for the future price of that particular stock by using this regression line. Now here, what is the disadvantage? Here only one variable is there. That means the price is totally depends on time only. That is our assumption here. But we know that for price number of factors are there. So if you want to estimate the yield of crop, if you want to estimate the yield of crop, then yield of crop is depends on number of factors like availability of water supply, fertility of the land, use of fertilizer. So there are number of factors are there which influence on the yield of crop. Now if there are more than two variables, then how to estimate? That is what we have to study in this particular topic, multiple regression. But according to the syllabus of our MCOM, we have to study the regression, multiple regression for three variables instead of these two variables. Now there are three variables. Out of that three variables, two variables are independent variable and the third variable is depends on that two variables. So according to our syllabus, let us consider this as a regression line for three variables: y equal to a plus bx plus c z. You can write like this, but instead of z, it's better to write here x1 and here x2. So this is the regression line of y on x1 and x2. Here x2 are two independent variable and y is depends on x1 and x2. Now if we know the value of a, b and c on the basis of the given value of x1 and x2, we are able to predict the value of y, that is the estimated value of y. So instead of two variable x and y, now here we have three variable, which are the variables here x1, x2 and y. But instead of writing in this way, it's better to write this formula in another way: y equal to a plus b x1 plus b x2. But this b, the first one, to differentiate this b and this b, the symbol is different here. You can write this b like y1 y1, relation between y and x1. So y1 dot 2, y1 dot 2, and this you can write as y2 dot 1. But instead of this, it's better to change the symbol for more simplified form. So instead of writing like this, it's better to write regression line of x1 on x2 and x3, where x1 is dependent variable and x2 and x3 are independent. Now what is x1, x2 and x3? Let us take x1 is the yield of crop. X1 is the yield of crop. What is x2? Availability of water or water supply. Availability of water supply. And what is x3? The yield of, sorry, fertility of the land. Fertility of the land. So if we have a data for different places, if we have a data for different places regarding all these three factors, let us say we have a data for 10 places. So we have a 10 values of x1, x2 and x3. Now if we know the value of x2 and x3 for place number 11, then what is the answer for the x1, that means yield of crop for the place number 11? If you want to find out the answer of that question, if you want to find out the answer of this question, we have to go for this particular line, regression line of x1 on x2 and x3. Now it's same like this only, it's same like this, but here y is dependent variable, whereas here x1 is dependent variable. So you have to write like this: x1 equal to a plus b x2 plus b x3. But this b you can write 12.3. Why 12.3? It shows the relation, regression coefficient of x1 and x2 keeping x3 constant, x1 and x2 keeping x3 constant, and here you can write 13.2. Now what is b12.3 and b13.2? b12.3, this is nothing but regression coefficient of x1 and x2 keeping x3 constant, So what is b13.2? That is regression coefficient of x1 and x3 keeping x2 is constant. See, if you recall, in this partition line, regression line of y on x, regression line of y on x. So y equal to a plus bx. There is another regression line of x on y, so it is like x equal to a plus by, but this b is denoted by byx here, and here b is denoted by bxy. What is byx and bxy? They are the regression coefficient. byx is a regression coefficient of regression line y on x, and bxy is the regression coefficient of regression line x on y. And there is a formula to calculate the value of b equal to r into sy upon sx, or you can write r into sigma y upon sigma x. Here the formula is r into sigma x upon sigma y, or instead of sigma you can use the symbol sx and sy. R is what? Correlation between x and y. Sigma x is what? Standard deviation of x. Sigma y is what? Standard deviation of y. So same like this regression, there is a formula of by B12.3 and B13.2. Okay, and what is the formula of A? So formula of A for this regression line of y on x is y bar minus bx bar, and here formula is A equal to x bar minus by bar. The extension of this regression line is known as multiple regression lines. Multiple regression line. So now multiple regression. Let us discuss this in detail. Multiple regression. So suppose here there are three variables. According to our syllabus, we have to study for three variables. There are n number of variables are possible. Suppose x1, x2 and x3 are three variables. Now regression, there are three regression line because there are three variable. One is regression line of x1 on x2 and x3, x2 and x3. The formula for that is x1 equal to a plus b x2 plus b x3, but this b, the first b, that is the relation of 1 and 2. So you have to write 1, 2 and keeping third constant. So b12.3, and this is denoted by b13.2. Okay, how to calculate A? So formula to calculate A, you can take these two terms in another side. So it's like x1 minus b12.3 x2 minus b13.2 x3, but there are number of values of x1, x2 and x3. So here you have to take average value of x1, x2 and x3. So this one is the formula for A. And now the question is how to calculate b12.3 and b13.2. So there are different formulas for that. Similarly, regression line of x2 on x1 and x3. Regression line of x2 on x1 and x3, which is also same like previous one, but here you write x2 equal to a plus bx1 plus bx3, but this b is denoted by b12.3 and here b23.1. And how to calculate a same way, if you take this two term in other side, minus b to 1.3 x1 minus b to 3.1 x3, but here you have to write average value of x1, x2 and x3. So this one is the regression line of x2 on x1 and x3. Similarly, there is a regression line of x3 on x1 and x2. So there are three regression line here because there are three variables. So now tell me the form of this x3 on x1 and x2. Any of you are able to write the form of regression line of x3 on x1 and x2? Yes, please. Regression line of x3 on x1 and x2. Tell me the general form like this. Be fast. It's same like this only. X3 equal to a plus b x1 plus b x2. But here you have to write relation of third with first keeping second constant. Here third with second keeping first constant. And to calculate a, so how to calculate a? It is x3 bar minus b 31.2 x2 x1 bar minus b 32.1 x2 bar. Okay, now the question is how to calculate this b 31.2 and b 32.1. So b12.3, what is the formula for this? It's like byx or bxy. So we know the formula for this. It is r into sy upon sx. Here r into sx upon sy. Here the formula is different. See, this you can write 1, this you can write 2. So it's like sigma 2 or s2. So you to write the formula of B12.3, see what we have to do. Sigma 1 upon sigma 2 into, there is a formula of B12.3 that you have to learn. Sigma 1 upon sigma 2 into R12 means relation between 1 and 2 minus R13 R23 upon 1 minus R23 square. This is the formula of B12.3. Now see how to learn this formula. B12.3 sigma 1 upon sigma 2 sigma 1 upon sigma 2 into R12 minus R1323 R1323 divided by 1 minus r 23 last 2 square. So if you want to write the formula of B13.2, so it's like this sigma 1 upon sigma 1 upon sigma 3 into r13 this 13 minus r12 r32 upon 1 minus r32 square last 32 square. So in this, to calculate this B12.3 and B13.2, you have to use this formula. Once again, what is the formula? B12.3, it's like sigma 1 sigma 2 into R12 minus R1323 upon 1 minus R23 square. So what is the formula of this? So it is sigma 1 upon sigma 3 into R13 minus R12 R32 upon 1 minus R32 square. So now the question is what is R12? Now the question is what is R12? So R12 is nothing but RXY. So it's like simply R, correlation between X and Y, correlation between X and Y. And that is the formula of correlation between X and Y. What is the formula of covariance of XY upon Sx into Sy? This is the formula of covariance of, sorry, correlation of X and Y. Similarly, you have to use the formula of R13. So it is the, instead of X and Y, here it is a relation between x1 and x2, sorry, x3. So the formula is covariance between x1 and x3 divided by standard deviation of x1 and standard deviation of x3. So like this we have to find out the correlation. So first we require how to find out correlation, that we know already. So by using correlation between, see, there are three variable x1 x2 and x3. We have values of x1 x2 and x3, and now to find out correlation there are number of formulas. See, there is a formula of r n sigma xy minus sigma x sigma y upon square root of n sigma x square minus sigma x the whole square, second square root of n sigma y square minus sigma y the whole square. Similarly, instead of x and y, you have to write x1 and x2. So n sigma x1 x2 minus sigma x1 sigma x2 upon root 1 n in root of n sigma x1 square minus sigma x1 the whole square in second root n sigma x2 square minus sigma x2 the whole square. So that is the relation between 1 and 2. So it is R12. So how to calculate R13? R13. So it seems like this: n sigma x1 x3 minus sigma x1 sigma x3 upon square root of n sigma x1 the whole square minus sigma x1, sorry, sigma x1 square minus sigma x1 the whole square, second square root n sigma x3 square minus sigma x3 the whole square. In that way you can calculate r between 1 and 2, between 1 and 3, between 2 and 3, like that. Okay, and once we have a value of r12 r13 r23, by using this data, once you have r12 r13 r23, you can calculate standard deviation. So we have a formula of standard deviation: s equal to square root of sigma x minus x bar the whole square upon n. Now if you want to calculate s1 or sigma 1, so the formula is sigma x1 minus x1 bar the whole square upon n. How to calculate s2? S2. So this is sigma 1 S sigma 2 or S2. The formula for that is square root of sigma x2 minus x2 bar the whole square upon n2. Sorry, n. Because here number of observation remains same. So in that way you can calculate B13.2 or B23.1, like that. And once we know the A, value of A, then B12.3 and B13.2, for the given value of x1 and x2, you can estimate the value of x1. So to get better idea, let us discuss one example. So you will get better idea. See question number 8. Question number 8. See the question. The following data is obtained for, instead of bivariate, it is trivariate. Means there are three variables. Which three variables? X1, X2 and X3. And what information we have? X1 bar, X2 bar, X3 bar, S1, S2, S3, R12, R13, R23. And the question is obtain the regression line of X1 on X2 and X3 and estimate the value of X1 for X2, and X2 is 10 and X3 is 9. So this is the question. So how to solve this question? Question number 8. What information we have? We have a value of x1 bar, x2 bar, x3 bar. So once we have a data of x1, x2, x3, how to calculate x1 bar, x2 bar, x3 bar, you know that. So that information is given 6.8, 7 and 7.4. Okay, then also we have a information of S1, S2 and S3. S1, or you can write sigma 1, S2, or you can write sigma 2, and S3 or sigma 3. So what information we have? 1.8.9. So S1 is 1, point 0.8 and 0.9. Then we have information of the correlation between 1 and 2, 0.6. Relation between 1 and 3, that is 0.7, and relation between 2 and 3, that is 0.65. So all information are available. Now we have to find out the regression line of x1 on x2 and x3. So let us start. Regression line of x1 on x2 and x3, the line of x1 on x2 and x3. What is the form of this? It's like this: x1 equal to a plus b x2 plus b x3. But this b is b12.3 and this b is b13.2. Now to calculate A, first of all we require B12.3 and B13.2. So let us calculate B13.2, B12.3. Let us calculate this one. So the formula is sigma 1 upon sigma 2 into R12 minus, see, R12 minus R13, R23. In that way you have to learn. R13 R23 upon 1 minus R23 square. So let us substitute all values. Sigma 1, that means S1, that is what, 1 upon 0.8, 1 divided by 0.8 into R12, R12 is what, 0.6 minus R13, 0.7, R23, 0.65 upon 1 minus 0.65 the whole square. So simple calculation is there. 1 divided by 0.8. 1 divided by 0.8. So 1 divided by 0.8 is 1.25. So this is 1.25 into, now this is 0.6 minus 0.7 into 0.65, 0.455, and this is 1 minus 0.65 into 0.65, that is 0.4225. Keeping this 1.25 as it is, this 0.6 minus 0.455, it is 0.145, and 1 minus 0.4225, that is 0.5775. Now let us calculate this. So B12.3 is 1.25 into 0.145 divided by 0.5775. So the answer is 0.3138. 0.3139 or 38, you can write anyone. 0.3138. So this is BYX, or better to say B12.3. B12.3. Now B13.2. Now B13.2. How to calculate? Once again formula: sigma 1 upon sigma 3 into R13 minus R1232 upon 1 minus R32 square. Now sigma 1 upon sigma 3. Sigma 1, that is 1. Sigma 3 is 0.9. So 1 divided by 0.9 into R13. R13 is 0.7. So 0.7 minus R2 1.6 and R32. Now listen, R32, that is relation between third variable and second variable, which is same as relation between second variable and third variable. So R23 and R32 same. R32 and R23 are same. R12 and R21 also equal, and R13 is same as R31. So what is R32? So R32 is nothing but R23.65 upon 1 minus R32, that is 0.65, the whole square. So let us calculate this. B13.2, 1 divided by 0.9 as it is 0.7 minus 0.6 into 0.65, 0.39, and this is 1 minus 0.4225. So it is 1 upon 0.9 into 0.31, and this is 0.5775. So let us calculate this value directly now. So 1 into 0.31 is 0.31 divided by 0.9 divided by 0.5, 0.5775. So 0.596 or 0.6, or you can write 0.5964. So 0.5964, or you can write simply 0.59. So this is the value of B13.2, and now we require to calculate A. Now A equal to, the formula is 1 bar minus B12.3 x2 bar minus B13.2 x3 bar. See, simply you have to take these two value left side, and instead of x1 x2 x3 you have to write x1 bar x2 bar and x3 bar. So by using this formula you can find out value of A. What is x1 bar? X1 bar is given in the question 6.8 minus B12.3, that we already calculate 0.3138. So 0.3138, and what is this? 7 minus 0.5964 into x3 bar. X3 bar is what? 7.4. Now let us calculate this. So 6.8 minus 0.3138 into 7. So it is 2.1966, and 0.5964 into 7.4. So 4.4134. 4.4134. So A equal to 6.8 minus 2.196 minus 4.4134. So 0.19. So here the answer is slight different because it is 0.22, 0.27. Here it is 0.19. Always this type of differences are there. Reason, because we took here full figure. Instead of that, if we took only 0.31 and 0.59, 0.31 and 0.59, maybe we get the perfect answer. Let us verify. If we take, instead of this, if we instead of 2.19 we have a 2.17, and even 0.59 into 7.44, so it is 4.26. 4.37 only. So instead of 4.2, so the value like 26, which is in the question 0.26. But it's okay if we take 4. This value is 0.26. So that answer given in book. But if we take 4 digits, we get more precise answer. More precise answer. So 0.19, that is the value of A. So now we have a value of A, B 12.3 and B 13.2. So we are able to write the equation. So therefore the regression line of x1 on x2 and x3 is x1 equal to A is what point, either you can write 0.26 or 0.19, it's okay, 0.19 plus 0.3138 x2 plus 0.5964 x3, and this is the final answer for the regression line of x1 on x2 and x3. Now here x3, x2 and x3 are given. What is x2? 10. So x2 is 10, x3 is 9 given, and we have to estimate the value of x1. So just substitute value of x2 and x3 in the equation. So x1 equal to 0.19 plus 0.3138 into 10 plus 0.5964 into 9. So just calculate this. 0.19 plus, this is 3.138 plus 0.5964 into 9, 5.37. You can write 5.3676. So what is x? Just add this 3.28 plus 0.19. So my final answer is 8.69. So 8.6956, that is our final answer. 8.57 according to the given uh, answer in the book. We have 8.69, or you can say that 8.67 or 8.69. There is a difference due to this round of figure. So that is the way to estimate the value of one variable for the given value of another variable. So this question number, see now here question number 7. From the following data given below, obtain the regression line of x3 on x1 and x2. Now the question is, we have to find out the regression line of x3 on x1 and x2. Question number 7. So the regression line of x3 or x1, x2, that line of x3 on x1 and x2. Okay, tell me the general form. So x3 equal to, yes please, any of you know the answer? General form of x3 on x1 and x2. It is A plus B x1 plus B x2, and this is what B13 point B31.2, and this is B32.1. Now the question is how to calculate B31.2. What is the formula? So the formula is like sigma 3 upon sigma 1, 3 upon 1 into R31, that means this R31, minus R32, then 12, R32 R12 upon 1 minus R12 square. Substitute all values. Substitute all values. Sigma 3. See the question. Sigma 3 is 25.85. 25.85 upon sigma 1 3.87. Then R31 is same as what? R13. So minus 0.696 minus 969. I'm sorry, minus 0.969 minus R32 R32 or R23 same 0.961 0.961. Then R12 is minus 0.89 minus 0.891 upon 1 minus 0.891. Simple calculation is that, so you will get the value of B13.2. Similarly, you will get B. Okay, if you calculate, you will get this answer. You will get this answer minus 3.664. Minus 3.664. We are not wasting our time to write to calculate this value, but if you calculate, you will get this thing. Then B32.1. How to calculate B32.1? It is sigma 3 upon sigma 2 into R32 minus R31 R21 upon 1 minus R21 square. And if you calculate, you will get this answer 2.546. And once we have value of B131.2 and B32.1, you can calculate A. Simply take this two value in another side. So we get x3 minus B31.2 x1 minus B32.1 x2, but you have to write here average value. And these two values are known, as well as x1 bar, x2 bar and x3 bar is also given. So substitute the value, you will get 61.49 as the value of A. So you will get 61.49 if you calculate. And then we get the final answer, regression line like this. So this is the way to find out the regression line, and once we have a value of x1 and x2, given value of x1 and x2, we are able to estimate the value of x3. So you can solve this question number 13, 14. Now listen, in this 14, value of x1 bar, x2 bar and x3 bar is not given. So listen carefully, when x1 bar, x2 bar and x3 bar is not given, you have to consider the value of x1 bar, x2 bar, x3 bar 0. When it is not available, you have to consider as 0. So for this question number 14 and 15, see x1 bar, x2 bar, x3 bar is not available, so you have to take that value as 0. So question number 13, 14, 15 you can try by yourself. From next lecture onwards, we will discuss this type of question and 11 for values and different we are given, and for different values of x2 and x3, we have to estimate the value of x1 here in this question number 21. So that we will discuss in our next lecture. So this is enough for today. If you have any question, any doubt, you can ask your doubt.